Symbol 18. The living being's fate. Arcs. The living being is the origin and center of the release of manifestation and movement. Through the unfolding of movement, the being forms its mode of existence. It promotes this through its manifestations or creations, thereby shaping its relationship with other living beings. These manifestations return to their origin in the form of effects. The passage of movements from their origin out into manifestation, through life, and back again to the origin, is what Martinus refers to as fate arcs. Our fate constitutes our present life's connection with our past and future. Martinus's explanation of Symbol 18, the living being's fate arcs, presents a profound and holistic perspective on existence, movement, and interconnectedness. As I engage with this text, I am struck by the way Martinus frames the living being as both the origin and the center of manifestation and movement. This idea is intriguing because it places the individual at the heart of their own reality, suggesting that our actions, creations, and relationships are not random, but are deeply tied to our essence and purpose. This perspective stands out because it challenges the notion of passivity in life, emphasizing instead that we are active participants in shaping our existence. Martinus's concept of fate arcs is particularly fascinating. He describes these arcs as the cyclical journey of movements, emanating from the living being, manifesting in the world, and eventually returning to their origin as effects. This cyclical view of cause and effect is not entirely new, but Martinus's framing of it as a fate arc adds a layer of poetic and metaphysical depth. It suggests that our actions and creations are not isolated events, but part of a larger, interconnected flow that binds our past, present, and future. This idea resonates with the concept of karma, but is presented in a way that feels more dynamic and less deterministic. It implies that while our past shapes our present actions are also actively shaping our future, creating a continuous feedback loop. What makes Martinus's perspective unique is his emphasis on the living being's role in forming relationships with other beings through its manifestations. This highlights the interconnectedness of all life, suggesting that our actions and creations are not just personal, but have ripple effects that influence others. This idea is both humbling and empowering. Humbling because it reminds us of our responsibility in how we interact with the world, and empowering because it suggests that we have the ability to shape not only our own destiny, but also the collective experience. Martinus's view of fate as a connection between past, present, and future is also compelling. It reframes fate not as a fixed, unchangeable path, but as a living, evolving process. This perspective encourages a more proactive and reflective approach to life, where we are invited to consider how our current actions contribute to the ongoing narrative of our existence. It also offers a sense of continuity and purpose, suggesting that our lives are part of a larger, meaningful pattern. Overall, Martinus' ideas in this text are thought-provoking and rich with philosophical depth. His emphasis on the living being as the center of manifestation, the cyclical nature of fate arcs, and the interconnectedness of all life offers a unique lens through which to understand our existence. These perspectives stand out because they blend metaphysical insight with practical wisdom, inviting readers to reflect on their own lives and the broader web of relationships and consequences that define their journey. Explanation of Symbol 18. The white triangle with the star cross symbolizes the living being. The orange and violet field around the star cross, framed by the two vertical white lines, represents its current earthly life. The elongated rectangular orange figures symbolize the being's various physical earthly lives. The white fields symbolize its spiritual life between the physical lives. Together, these figures express the being's principle of reincarnation. The orange and white rays emanating from the white triangle, or the being's eye, denote the being's eternal connection with its physical and spiritual lives, respectively. The yellow field expresses the being's past, and the green field its future. The system of violet semicircles or arcs at the top of the symbol represents the destiny arcs that the being emits through its mode of existence, and which return to their origin. They contain the effects of the being's actions toward itself, its surroundings, and its fellow beings. The number and varying sizes of the destiny arcs symbolize that the living being is constantly engaged in a large number of fate cycles, with more or less profound effects, some of which are completed quickly, others later in the same life, others in the next life, and still others in subsequent lives. Martinus's detailed description of symbol 18 provides a rich and intricate visualization of the living being's journey through existence, emphasizing the interplay between physical and spiritual lives, past and future, and the cyclical nature of destiny. The white triangle with the star-cross at the center serves as a powerful representation of the eternal self, or I, which remains constant amidst the ever-changing cycles of life and reincarnation. This central symbol anchors the entire composition, suggesting that the core of the being is immutable and eternal, even as it undergoes continuous transformation. The orange and violet field surrounding the star-cross, framed by vertical white lines, represents the being's current earthly life. This imagery highlights the duality of the physical and spiritual realms, with orange symbolizing the material, physical existence, and violet representing the spiritual dimension. The interplay between these colors suggests that earthly life is a blend of both realms, where the physical and spiritual are deeply interconnected. The elongated orange rectangles and white fields illustrate the principle of reincarnation, with the orange figures symbolizing the being's successive physical lives, and the white fields representing the spiritual interludes between them. This cyclical pattern underscores the idea that existence is not linear, but a continuous loop of birth, death, and rebirth. The alternation between physical and spiritual states suggests that each life is a chapter in a larger narrative, with the spiritual phases serving as periods of reflection, growth, and preparation for the next incarnation. The orange and white rays emanating from the white triangle symbolize the being's eternal connection to its physical and spiritual lives. These rays suggest that the I is the source of all its experiences and manifestations, radiating outward into the world and drawing them back in a continuous cycle. This imagery reinforces the idea that the self is the origin and destination of all its actions and creations. The yellow and green fields, representing the being's past and future, respectively, add a temporal dimension to the symbol. The yellow field evokes the accumulated experiences and karma of past lives, while the green field suggests the potential for growth and evolution in future incarnations. Together, these fields emphasize the continuity of the being's journey across time, linking past actions to future possibilities. The violet semicircles or arcs at the top of the symbol represent the destiny arcs, which encapsulate the effects of the being's actions. These arcs illustrate the principle of cause and effect, showing how every action, whether toward oneself, others, or the environment, creates ripples that eventually return to their source. The varying sizes and numbers of the arcs indicate the complexity and diversity of these fate cycles, with some effects manifesting quickly and others unfolding over multiple lifetimes. This intricate web of destiny arcs highlights the profound interconnectedness of all actions and their consequences, suggesting that the being is constantly shaping its destiny through its choices and behaviors. In summary, Symbol 18 offers a comprehensive and multi-layered representation of the living being's journey through existence. Through its use of color, shape, and symbolism, it conveys the cyclical nature of life, the interplay between physical and spiritual realms, and the profound interconnectedness of past, present, and future. Martinus's depiction of destiny, arcs as the return of actions to their source, serves as a powerful reminder of the responsibility and potential inherent in every choice. This symbol invites readers to reflect on their own lives as part of a larger, evolving cosmic process, where every action contributes to the unfolding of their eternal destiny.